Potential of the offense now, given what we saw out of the passing game and how you're able to run the ball with Travis and the other guys?
Well, I think that I think we have the opportunity to be a special group. I think we've demonstrated unbelievable explosiveness. I don't know that I've ever had a team with this type of explosiveness, so that bodes well for us. And then again, our ability to run the football creates problems, because if you're going to sit back there and play two safeties and all that type of stuff, you're a hat short, and all you got to do is make one guy miss, get to the second level, and you got a chance to get some really good yards. So it forces people to have to commit to something, and when they commit to stopping the run, it puts a lot of pressure on you. And when you have a team that can throw and catch the way we do, it's where you want to be. So I'm really pleased with where our offense is. I think we're the only team in the country that's top 10 total offense and total defense. So that's a good spot to be in because you feed each other. It's not like we got to go score 50 points because we're giving up 42. I mean, we sometimes we call things a little bit because it's a team game. And we sometimes what might be field position, whatever, and how your defense is playing. And I just think we have the ability to do what we need to do week in and week out. You got to play well, and you got to execute, and all that type of stuff. You got to have great preparation, but we have the ability to throw and catch, and we have the ability to run the football. And if we can continue to be committed to that, then we got a chance to be a really good group. Because we've got good players. You stay healthy, you get lucky there, but we're a talented group outside, and I think Trevor's he's just going like that. The game's really slowing down for him. I think the big thing that you saw today, he made plays with his legs. I mean, he hurt them. He hurt them. I don't know that nobody really seen him move around a lot, but that kid can run, and you don't think that he's running, but he's a really fast kid, but he just looked very confident today with his feet. The one time in particular, now he'll learn from that mistake. He slid too early, and the rule is it's where you started your slide. And he's a big old 6'6" gangly dude, so he got to start that slide a little later and get the first down. So that was he'll learn from that. But the point is, it's 3rd and 10 or whatever, and they go two-man on us. And it's one of the things we've been really challenging him on is letting it, if you recognize that, a lot of coverage, make plays with your legs. That's perfectly within the game. And it's not like he's a statue that can't move back there. He can move. So I thought I just think he made big steps forward today in managing the game, and especially with his feet. He's got it with his mind and certainly can make all the throws, but I thought that was a huge difference in the game today, the plays he made with his legs.
Coach, there was a play card on the sideline that had a laptop, an image of it.
That was the ultimate troll, wasn't it? Isn't that what y'all call that? That was a troll. Isn't that what you call it? I was hoping y'all might notice that. Yeah, that was the coaches. I think they wanted to have a little fun with that. And I said, well, hey, if you earn it, put it up there. So I don't think you saw it till the 4th quarter. So that was kind of that was a troll, as you say.
Was it potentially the play for Dexter Lawrence to get in the end zone? Was it for him to get the ball at the end of the first half?
The laptop? What?
No. Was Dexter Lawrence going to get the ball at the end of the first half there? Was that the call?
Oh, heck no. I wouldn't give the ball to Dexter Lawrence. And if he was, I wouldn't tell you. Talk about when we jumped offside, Garrett jumped offside. Oh my gosh, unbelievable! But no, we weren't giving it the 90.
Devo, despite what this program has become and what you've proved already, how much does it feel like you guys are still getting overlooked? I mean, this was a battle of unbeatens and it wasn't even a test, but nationally, attention, whatever, does it still feel like you're not getting the due attention you deserve?
No, we ain't worried about that. We just getting ready for Florida State, man. I mean, shoot, these guys are. We know what we're capable of doing, and I mean, all you can do is play the games one at a time. That's what we try to do. So we're not worried about all that stuff. Did anybody else get beat? So there's 4 Power Fives undefeated still left. Is that right?
Purdue's leading Ohio State.
Well, there you go. So who knows? Who knows? You know, I mean, it's not easy. And I know there were a couple other teams, Central Florida, Cincinnati, and
Cincinnati lost.
they lost in South Florida. So, you know, there's not many teams at any level. Power 5, non-Power 5. There's 130 teams. Man, it's hard to win. It's hard to do what this team has done so consistently. So, especially when you beat a good team like NC State. NC State's a good football team. They just ran into a team today that you know, played to their potential, and you know, so NC State will go on and have a great year for sure, and they're not out of this. I mean, you know, they got to hope we screw it up, but they're not out of it, and we're not in. We got 20-something more days left of ACC play before we can punch a ticket to Charlotte. So we gotta stay focused, stay humble, stay hungry, show up, stay committed to the preparation that it takes to give yourself a chance to win, you know, week in and week out, because we got some more really tough battles coming our way.
Did you plan anything maybe different than other teams to order to contain Kelvin Harbin, or was it just your guys beat him?
Well, I think that, you know, he had a career high on us last year. I think he had 8 catches, 155 yards to be exact, and so you know, our guys accepted the challenge. I mean, listen, I mean, you know, they outplayed us. Our defense was awful last year. They had almost 500 yards on us. That same group. We didn't play very well against them defensively last year. I mean, we ran the ball well on them last year. I think we averaged over 6 yards. We didn't have a sack, but we missed some plays, but they threw the ball all over us, 300-something yards, and number 3 had a heck of a game on us. So our guys were excited for the challenge, and thought they stepped up. And did he get hurt? Was he the kid that got hurt at the end? I wasn't sure what number that was. 19. Okay, hopefully he's okay. But he's a great player, but our guys were dialed in to try to play better defensively than we did last year.
Dabo, how unique is it to be a part of a team that seems to be gaining as much positive progress week to week as this one does 7 games this deep into the season?
Well, I mean, I think we're in a good place. I do think we're improving. There's no way is our best football behind us. I think we've got still a lot of room for improvement. There's a lot of things when we watch the tape. We missed some opportunities that we'll learn from. But, you know, the biggest thing is these guys are eager to improve. You know, they don't have a mindset of, you know, we're this great team. We're just not. We're a good team. We got the potential to be a great team. So I just like the work ethic. But it's fun. It's fun to be a part of. This is a fun team to coach. They're a lot of fun. They're eager. They're hungry. They know what they want, and they're willing to put the work in to try to achieve that.
Coach, this defensive line is shining brightest so far this season. A lot of big personalities, a lot of preseason hype, and the numbers are all there, but it seems like we're talking about the offense last 20 minutes or so. Where do you think these guys are?
Well, that's a positive to me. We've talked enough about that defensive line. I mean, they've been magazines, TV shows, I mean, you name it. We've done it all. So they just need to play, and that's the best thing. They're just playing, and they're having fun. They're doing a great job. They're humble, and they are great leaders. You know, our best players on this team are unbelievably committed, sold out, you know, to the program and to lead the other guys and to set the example for the way things are supposed to be. So that's the best thing about those guys. They're great players. They've done an unbelievable job to this point. But it's just their leadership. It's the example that they set every day that they show up over here, every single day. That's what makes them special.
Coach, what did you see from NC State that you liked on the fake punt call? And was Will supposed to kind of stay in his crouch?
Field goal, fake field goal.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. We thought we actually, I think we walk in. We walk in untouched, probably to score right there. It was a shame that we didn't get that executed. But we had a low snap, number one, and Will was a little early leaving. So just didn't. I think if the snap's up, probably fine. But it was low and a little behind. So we didn't execute that well. But I thought our guys up front blocked it. I mean, they're going to be sick when they see that, because I think they walk in right there. And we're going to get the first down, no doubt about it. So it's just something we saw on tape and thought we had an opportunity to execute if the situation presented itself, and it just kind of worked out. It was like the perfect opportunity because we had the first down, then we didn't get the first down. So, we had a lot of time to kind of talk about it and tried the field goal out there. And, I mean, it was oh, man, it was there. So, hate it didn't work out, but just something we saw on game plan.
Were you surprised that NC State didn't adjust a ton on defense and kept loading the box?
Well, I mean, that's kind of what they did, in all the games. They didn't really do a whole lot different. They played a little bit of double cloud on some third down situations. They played a little bit of two-man, but they played a lot of Buffalo and a lot of quarters and a lot of cover one safety type stuff. That's what they do. I think they're a good team because they're committed to what they do. But we just kind of kept going to the well because we thought it was we were going to win the matchups more than not, and give them credit. They did a nice job, in some of their twists up front and some of their stumps, some of their loopers. We ran the counter a couple times and the three techniques, looping around, and made some nice plays. They did a couple nice things with their zone. They plugged the backers a few times and slanted a bunch. So they were a tough group against the run. But I think if we'd have handed some balls off more, we probably would have busted some. But we did that against Syracuse because I wasn't allowing us to read nothing because I wasn't going to put the game in Chase's hands.